What are genres? Genres are categorizations, essentially classifications that help us organize types of content. They're not unique to writing. We find genres in every form, from movies to music and visual arts. In this context, we're focused on genres of writing as they guide us in shaping our content to fit specific purposes and reach particular audiences. Why understanding genre matters. The purpose of writing genres. Genres are tools that help us accomplish specific goals in writing and connect effectively with our intended audience. Each genre has recognizable features and conventions that guide both writers and readers. However, genres are not rigid templates. They're flexible structures that can help and should be adapted to fit each unique rhetorical situation. Genres help set expectations. When you encounter a genre, you already have an expectation of its purpose and style. For instance, argumentative essays typically take a position and support it with evidence. Reports present organized information, and narratives tell a story. As a reader, knowing a piece is a report tells you to look for information rather than an argument. Types of genres we'll cover: primary genres, arguments, analysis, reports, narratives, reviews, proposals, annotated bibliographies; subgenres, visual analysis, profile, literacy narrative, literature review, project proposal. These genres and subgenres provide a wide range of tools for structuring different types of writing. Genres are dynamic. Genres evolved. They aren't fixed, unchanging categories. Genres adapt over time in response to changing cultural and social contexts. For example, the format of online articles or blogs has shifted significantly compared to traditional news reporting. Flexibility is a key of genres. How to choose the right genre for your assignment. Look for clues in the assignment. Even if a specific genre isn't assigned, assignments usually contain clues. For instance, if the prompt says to discuss something, it could imply writing a report or analysis. Discipline-specific terms are also clues. Analyze in a literature assignment often means something different than in chemistry lab report. If unclear, don't hesitate to seek clarification from your instructor. If no genre is specified, ask yourself key questions. What discipline is this for? The field of study can guide your genre choice. A journalism assignment might lend itself to an opinion piece or op-ed, while a biology assignment might require a structured report. What is the topic? Certain topics suggest specific genres. Analyzing political speeches would likely lead to a comparative analysis, while writing about a personal experiment could call for a scientific report. What is my purpose? Knowing your purpose is crucial. For persuasion, an argument may be most effective. For informing, a report might be appropriate. For storytelling or creating empathy, a narrative might be ideal. Who's my audience? Your audience interests, knowledge, and expectations will affect genre choice. For instance, writing about union rights for fellow students might be more effective as a narrative, whereas a public policy audience might expect an analytical essay with a more formal tone. What style and language should I use? Think about what your audience expects in terms of tone, formal or informal, academic or conversational. Does your assignment or topic lend itself to a particular voice? Consider the risks and benefits of meeting or challenging these expectations. And then, what medium will I use? Some genres suit specific mediums better. A story-based narrative may resonate more in an oral presentation, whereas a report might work best as a written document with supporting visuals. When the assignment is wide open, drawing on genre knowledge. Open-ended assignments. Occasionally, you may receive assignments with broad instructions like write an essay on a topic related to the course theme. Here, you're tasked with choosing both the topic and the genre. Use genre as a tool for exploration. Identify perspectives. What positions or debates exist around your topic? Can you add a unique perspective? Tell a story. Is there a narrative or personal story relevant to your topic? Analyze. Break down your topic into parts, causes, and effects. Report. What essential information might your readers need to understand? Evaluate. Can you assess the strengths and weaknesses of an idea, event, or product? Propose solutions. Does your topic present problems for which you could suggest solutions? Remix culture. Consider adopting content from one genre to another. A factual report could be transformed into a narrative or proposal, depending on the purpose. Practical tips for choosing and using genres. Consider genre flexibility. While genre conventions are useful, be willing to adapt. For instance, adding a narrative element to an analytical report can make complex information more relatable. Identify key genre conventions and follow them. For example, in a report, you'll need a clear structure with heading. In a narrative, storytelling elements are crucial. Remember the audience's expectations. If you deviate from traditional genre expectations, be intentional and aware of the impact on your audience. Sometimes challenging genre norms can create a powerful effect, but may also risk confusion. Experiment with genre blending. Many effective writers combine elements of different genres. A persuasive essay might include anecdotal evidence, a narrative element, or a report might conclude with a call to action, an argumentative element. Practice flexibility and adaptability. The more comfortable you are with different genres, the more effectively you can tailor your work to meet the demands of varied assignments and audiences. Final thoughts on genres. Genres are tools for achieving specific communication goals. Choosing the right genre involves considering your purpose, audience, and medium. Genres evolve and overlap. Being flexible with genres can open up creative ways to engage and communicate. Practice adapting genres and blending them when appropriate so you develop a versatile writing toolkit. Final thought. Mastering genres is about expanding your ability to communicate effectively across different contexts. Think of genre as a helpful guide, not a restrictive box, and let it help shape your unique voice as a writer. Now we're talking about mixing genres for effect and genre blending. So far, we've talked about genres as categories with typical features, but strong writers don't just follow genres, they also mix them up on purpose. This is called genre blending. What is genre blending? Genre blending is when you combine features from two or more genres in one piece of writing to better fit your purpose, audience, and medium. You're still respecting core expectations, but you're borrowing tools from other genres to make your writing more powerful. Why blend genres? To hook your reader more quickly, to clarify complex information, to appeal to both logic and emotion, to move your audience to action, not just understanding. When done intentionally, blending genres can make your writing more memorable and persuasive. Concrete examples of genre blending. Narrative openings in an argumentative essay. You're writing an argument about student loan debt. Instead of starting with a thesis right away, you begin with a short personal story. On the day I graduated, I walked across the stage with a diploma in one hand and $60,000 in debt in the other. This is a narrative moment inside an argumentative genre. The effect, it builds pathos, emotion, and establishes ethos, credibility, and pulls the reader in before presenting your claims and evidence. Reports using visuals like infographics. A genre, an informative report on climate data, campus survey results, or budget numbers. You still use a clear formal structure, introduction, methods, findings, but you insert charts, graphs, and infographics to show trends. Here, you're blending traditional written reports with visual genre, often seen in journalism or marketing. The effect? This helps readers grasp complex information quickly and makes the report more engaging and accessible. Analysis that ends with proposals. You write a rhetorical analysis of a political speech. After analyzing strategies, the ethos, pathos, and logos, you add a final section that proposes changes. How the speech could be more inclusive. How the campaign could better reach a certain audience. You've blended an analysis genre with elements of a proposal genre. The effect here, this moves your writing from understanding to action, showing your critical thinking and creativity. How to blend genres effectively. Know the home base genre. Ask, what genre is this assignment primarily asking for? An argument, report, narrative, analysis? That home base genre should still shape the overall structure and purpose. Borrow purposefully, not randomly. Add a narrative to humanize an argument. Add visuals to clarify a report. Add a proposal section to extend an analysis. Always ask, how does this borrowed element help my reader? Signal moves to your reader. Use phrases that signal shifts. To illustrate this, consider the following story. This is a narrative move. The chart below shows for a visual move. And based on this analysis, I recommend a proposal move. Check instructor and discipline expectations. Some disciplines love creative blending, composition, journalism, digital media. Others may prefer stricter forms, lab reports, and legal briefs. When in doubt, ask, is this kind of blending appropriate for this class and audience? The key idea, genre blending is not breaking the rules just to be edgy. It's about making smart choices to reach your audience more effectively. When you understand genres, well, you can blend and bend them like a pro writer, not by accident, but on purpose. And now we're talking about strategies for writing under time constraints. To equip students with strategies to manage time effectively, organize your thoughts quickly and stay focused during timed writing tasks. The challenges of timed writing. Timed writing tasks can feel overwhelming. We've all experienced that moment when the clock is ticking and we're not sure how to start, what to focus on, or how to finish on time. Today, we're going to break down some strategies to help you feel more prepared and confident during timed writing. Timed writing skills are essential not only in academic settings such as exams and in-class essays, but also in professional situations where deadlines are tight. Today, we'll cover the main areas: quick outlining techniques, tips for organizing thoughts, and ways to stay focused under pressure. Developing quick outlining techniques. The value of a quick outline. A quick outline serves as a roadmap for your essay, keeping you on track and preventing writer's block. The benefits of this: you save time in the long run, organize thoughts, and reduce the risk of going off topic. Techniques for quick outlining. Start with a thesis. Write a clear, concise thesis that addresses the prompt directly. For example, if the prompt is about the importance of technology in education, a thesis might be, technology enhances education by promoting engagement, accessibility, and personalized learning. Identify the 2 to 3 main points you need to talk about. Quickly decide on 2 or 3 key arguments or points that support your thesis. Examples. Main points for the above thesis could be increased engagement, 2, greater accessibility, and 3, personalized learning. Jot down supporting evidence or examples. Under each main point, write 1 or 2 pieces of evidence or examples you'll use. Example, for increased engagement, jot down interactive platforms like Kahoot or real-time feedback. Tips for organizing thoughts and staying focused. The importance of staying focused. When time is limited, it's easy to get sidetracked. Staying focused on the main argument is crucial for a cohesive and effective response. Adding unrelated details or going off topic wastes valuable time. Strategies to stay focused. Stick to the outline. Once you've outlined, stick to it. Avoid the temptation to go off topic or add new ideas mid-essay. Write the introduction last, optional. If starting with the body feels easier, skip the introduction initially and write it after you've developed your main points. Use short, direct sentences. Writing concisely not only saves time, but also enhances clarity. Example, instead of one could argue that the use of technology in educational settings has various benefits, try, technology benefits education in multiple ways. Managing time for each section. Divide time based on your essay's structure. Have 5 to 10% for brainstorming and outline, 10 to 15% for introduction and thesis, and 60 to 70% for body paragraphs. Then you could have 5 to 10% for your conclusion and final review. Monitor your time during practice to get a feel for pacing. Practicing writing skills for timed essay. Timed writing is a skill that improves with practice. Writing under time pressure feels more natural the more often it's done. Summary and key takeaways. Quick outlining is essential for planning and staying organized. Staying focused on main points prevents tangents and saves time. Practicing under timed conditions builds confidence and stamina. Writing under time pressure can be challenging, but these strategies will help you approach timed writing tasks with a plan. Remember, like any skill, this takes practice. The more you work on writing within a time limit, the more comfortable and effective you'll become. A mental script for panic moments, the 10-second reset. Timed writing almost always produces moments of panic. The mind goes blank, your hands freeze, and every idea suddenly feels wrong. Strong writers aren't people who never panic. They're people who know what to do when panic hits. This section talks about the 10-second mental reset theory that you can use anytime during a timed writing task to regain control, clear your thoughts, and get back into productive thinking. Why panic happens during timed writing. The brain shifts into fight or flight mode, making it harder to think logically. Stress hormones interfere with memory recall, and fear of writing the wrong thing shuts down creativity. The clock increases pressure and distracts from the actual task. A panic response is normal, but it's also manageable with practice. The 10-second reset, a simple script to get back on track. When your mind suddenly blanks, follow this short script exactly in order. It takes about 10 seconds and helps interrupt the panic cycle. Step 1, pause 1 second. Stop typing, take your hands off the keyboard. This interrupts the spiral moment and resets your mind. Step 2, breathe 2 to 3 seconds. Take 1 slow breath in and 1 slow breath out. Why this works? It lowers your heart rate and signals your brain that it's safe to think normally again. Step 3, reread the prompt 2 seconds. Your brain blanks because it loses sight of the target. Rereading the prompt reminds you what you're actually being asked. Ask yourself, what exactly is this prompt asking me to do right now? Step 4, rewrite the key question in your own words, 2 to 3 seconds. This grounds you in the purpose of the task. Examples, the original prompt, discuss the impact of social media on modern communication. Your rewrite, how does social media change the way we talk to each other? The original prompt, evaluate the effectiveness of school uniforms. Your rewrite, are school uniforms good or bad for students? Making the prompt your own turns a big question into a manageable one. Step 5, writing any thesis, even a simple one, in 2 seconds. Don't aim for perfection, aim for direction. The example of a quick starter thesis, social media affects communication in both positive and negative ways. School uniforms can help some students but hurt others. Technology improves education by making learning more accessible. You can refine it later if time allows. Getting a thesis down breaks the paralysis and gives you a path forward. Why this script works. This breaks the panic cycle, refocuses the mind, and reduces cognitive overload. This gives you one small achievable next step and reminds you that the goal is progress, not perfection. Most importantly, it gets you writing again, which is the biggest hurdle during panic moments. The final thought, panic doesn't mean failure, it means you're human. With a simple mental script, you can turn scary, blank mind moment into a quick reset and get back into writing with clarity and confidence. Now we're talking about time management a little bit again today. Why time management matters. How often do you feel like there's just not enough time in the day? Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, but it's also one of the easiest to lose track of. Effective time management is a key to success in all areas of life, academics, personal growth, work, and relationships. The objective of today's lecture, we're going to discuss what time management really is, understand why it's crucial for achieving goals, and explore practical strategies and tips to help you make the most of your time. Understanding time management. Time management is the process of organizing and planning how to divide your time between various activities. The benefits of good time management: reduces stress and prevents burnout. It helps you accomplish more in less time. It improves focus and productivity. It allows for better work-life balance. The consequences of poor time management: procrastination leading to missed deadlines, increased stress and anxiety, and a lower quality of work and decreased productivity. Identifying your priorities, setting goals, short-term versus long-term goals. Short-term goals are immediate, finishing an assignment, while long-term goals are broader, graduating with honors. Use the SMART criteria for goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Prioritize your goals based on importance and urgency. The Eisenhower Matrix. This is a tool for prioritizing tasks by dividing them into 4 categories. The first, important and urgent. Do these immediately. Then we have important but not urgent. Schedule these for later. Then we have not important but urgent. Delegate or set a specific time for these tasks. Then we have not important and not urgent. Eliminate or minimize these tasks. Practical time management strategies. Use a planner or digital calendar. Plan out your day, week, or month to see all your tasks and commitments. Break large projects into smaller tasks and assign each task a due date. Include both personal and academic tasks so you have a comprehensive view of your schedule. Time blocking. Allocate specific blocks of time for different tasks. For example, studying, working out, family time. This helps prevent multitasking and improves focus by dedicating time to one task at a time. The Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle 4 times, then take a longer break. This technique helps maintain focus and prevents burnout. The 2-minute rule. If a task will take 2 minutes or less, do it immediately. This helps clear small, quick tasks that might otherwise pile up and cause stress. Overcoming procrastination. Identify your procrastination triggers. Ask yourself, what activities, environments, or emotions trigger procrastination? Common triggers include perfectionism, lack of motivation, or feeling overwhelmed, and distractions. Break tasks into smaller steps. Large tasks can feel overwhelming, which often leads to procrastination. By breaking them down, each small step feels more manageable, and you're more likely to get started. Set deadlines and use alarms. Set a clear deadline for each task, even if it's self-imposed. Alarms or reminders can help you stay on track and prompt you to take action. Reward yourself. Give yourself something to look forward to when you complete a task, whether it's a break, a snack, or a fun activity. Balancing multiple responsibilities. Plan ahead for the week. Review your commitments for the week and adjust as needed. Set realistic expectations for what you can accomplish each day and prioritize tasks based on deadlines and importance. Learn to say no. Saying yes to everything can quickly lead to overcommitment and burnout. Politely decline activities or tasks that don't align with your goals or priorities. Avoid multitasking. Studies show that multitasking reduces efficiency and makes tasks take longer to complete. Focus on one task at a time for better results. Manage stress and take breaks. Schedule regular breaks. Taking breaks helps refresh your mind and avoid burnout. Try techniques like the Pomodoro method or 5 to 10 minute breaks every hour. Use breaks to stretch, walk around, or do something relaxing. Practice mindfulness. Being present in each task improves focus and reduces stress. Mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or meditation can help center your mind. Get enough sleep and exercise. Your body and mind work best when you're well rested and physically active. Make sleep and physical activity priorities in your schedule. Reviewing and reflecting on your progress. Evaluate your day or week. Set aside a few minutes at the end of each day or week to reflect on what you accomplished. Ask yourself, what went well? What could have gone better? And what changes do I need to make? Adjust your plan as needed. Flexibility is key to time management. If you realize you're spending too much time on non-essential tasks, make adjustments. Then celebrate small wins. Recognize your accomplishments no matter how small, to stay motivated and keep moving forward. Conclusion, taking control of your time. Time management is about making intentional choices with your time so that you can achieve your goals and maintain balance in your life. With practice, managing time effectively becomes easier and helps you develop a habit of productivity, reducing stress and freeing up time for the things that you enjoy. Lecture Time Management 2.0: Mastering Focus, Fighting Procrastination, and Building Realistic Schedules. Time management isn't just about planning your day. It's about managing your focus, energy, and mental health so you can get the right things done without burning out. Today's updated lecture will cover the myth of multitasking, hidden time wasters, procrastination personality types, time management for mental health, and building a realistic and sustainable schedule. The myth of multitasking. Students think they're great multitaskers, but research says otherwise. Studies show multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40%. The human brain cannot perform two complex tasks at the same time. Instead of multitasking, the brain rapidly switches between tasks, losing time, attention, and memory with each switch. Why multitasking hurts your work. You forget what you were doing, you lose momentum, and you make more mistakes. You take longer to finish simple tasks. Concrete examples you should understand: switching tabs between your research essay and TikTok, doing homework with Netflix on in the background, checking Snapchat or texts every time a notification goes off, writing an essay while holding a full conversation, listening to music with lyrics while trying to write academic sentences. Each quick switch costs your brain energy and attention. The takeaway: you're not bad at focusing. You're just giving your brain too many jobs at once. Time wasters students don't notice. We all lose time without realizing it. These micro time wasters add up without students ever noticing. Which of these apply to you? Circle the ones that fit. Common hidden time wasters: checking your phone just for a second, late night scrolling past midnight, rereading assignment instructions instead of starting, rewriting notes again and again instead of studying them, not using the 5-minute gaps between classes, waiting until you feel motivated, starting homework without removing distractions, doing chores right when you sit down to study, and organizing your desk instead of working. Why these matter: small habits done daily can rob you of hours each week. Then we have the procrastination personality quiz. Students love identifying themselves. It normalizes procrastination and opens up about solutions. Which type of procrastinator are you? The perfectionist procrastinator. Signs: you want your work to be perfect before you begin. You rewrite introductions 10 times. You delay starting because you're afraid it won't be good enough. The solution: use rough drafts on purpose. Tell yourself bad writing still moves me forward. The busy but unproductive student. Signs: you feel busy all day but don't complete the big tasks. You work on small, easy jobs to avoid the real work. Your to-do list is full of tasks that don't matter. Solution: prioritize the most important over the most comfortable. Do the hard task first. Eat the frog. The last-minute sprinter. Signs: you claim you work better under pressure. You wait until the night before to write every paper. You produce good work, but at the cost of sleep and stress. The solution: break tasks into 20-minute pieces throughout the week. Keep the adrenaline, but lose the all-nighters. The avoider. Signs: you avoid tasks that make you anxious. You tell yourself, I'll do it later. You watch YouTube to escape the stress. The solution: use the 10-minute rule. I'll work on it for just 10 minutes. Most people continue for much longer. The overcommitter. You say yes to everything. You're involved in clubs, work, gym, friends, family obligations. You burn out because you have no time left for assignments or for yourself. The solution: set boundaries. Say no to protect academic and mental health. You might be more than one type. Most people are. Knowing your pattern is the first step to changing it. Time management for mental health. Time management is not just an academic skill, it's a mental health skill. Overwork leads to burnout. When you work nonstop, your brain gets overwhelmed and shuts down. The symptoms: forgetfulness, exhaustion, low motivation, irritability, feeling numb or checked out. You need permission to rest. The lack of sleep kills focus. Most students think that they can function on 4 to 6 hours of sleep. Science says your memory doesn't convert information while sleep deprived. You lose problem-solving ability. You lose emotional regulation, and you make more mistakes. Sleep is not optional for learning. Overcommitment hurts relationships. If every minute is scheduled, you stop enjoying hobbies. You start resenting obligations. You have no social or recovery time, and you lose motivation. You burn out emotionally. Balance is not laziness, it's survival. Downtime improves learning. Your brain processes information when you're resetting, not when you're grinding nonstop. Healthy downtime includes walking, listening to music, talking with friends, drawing, playing games in moderation, being outside, doing nothing for a few minutes. This is essential for long-term academic success. Building a realistic schedule. A good schedule doesn't look like a military clock. It looks like a human being trying to do their best. Here's how to build a better schedule. Don't schedule every hour. If every hour is filled, the schedule will break the first time. Your car won't stop. You get sick. A friend needs help. A professor assigns surprise homework. Schedules need breathing room. Add transition time. You underestimate how long it may take to move between tasks. Add 5 to 10 minutes between classes, homework sessions, meals, meetings, study blocks. This prevents the feeling of constantly running late. Add prep time before class. 10 minutes to reread notes before class. 5 minutes to pack your bag, and 15 minutes to skim the reading. Prep time increases confidence and comprehension. Add wind down time before bed. 1 hour before sleeping, turn off bright screens, reduce caffeine, put homework away, take a warm shower, listen to calming music and dim the lights. This improves sleep quality dramatically. Add emergency buffer hours. Set aside 2 to 4 hours per week for unexpected tasks. Last-minute assignments, appointments, family obligations, car trouble, and extra study time. Students feel stressed when the schedule isn't fragile. Conclusion: time management is self-care. Time management isn't about squeezing more work into your life. It's about shaping a life where you have time to study, time to rest, time for people you care about, time for your goals, and time for yourself. The healthiest schedule is one you can actually maintain. Effective time management is ultimately about protecting your mind, your energy, and your future.